This is a Research Infrastructure Services instructional video. In this video, we're going to go over installing and setting up your Globus Connect Personal so that you can set up your own personal laptop or desktop computer or a lab computer that you have to be able to connect to Globus and be an endpoint for Globus so that you can transfer data between it and the storage endpoints that we already have set up. So if you go to the website here, globus.org/globus-connect-personal, you'll see here that you have some general information about Globus Connect Personal and what it can do, and then down here on the side you have the install links. You have it for Mac, Linux, and Windows. Since I'm currently using a Mac, we'll go ahead and use the Mac for an example. So then down here I can download. It takes me into the app when I click the download, but here it gives me automatically the download for the OS I am using, which happens to be Mac. So if I click this, it's going to bring up the DMG here. I'll just click on that and it'll work on installing, bring me over to here, do the normal Mac installation. I'll slide it over. So once that's installed, so if I go in here and I click on Globus Connect Personal, bring it up, it'll ask me to log in. I'll click login, it'll take me to the site. I'll ask this information about connecting, all of this stuff and what it would like to do. Up here, if we check the account, you can see that I'm in my Wussel account already from where I logged in to download the software that it did earlier. So now if I click allow, it'll go in and it says login successful. It's going to if you aren't logged in, it will take you through the Wussel login that you do for Globus. In this case, saying the owner identity, which is me. That's my account. I'm going to name it LN Laptop like I had before, and just description. Just give it a short description. If you can use this description box to, beyond the name, if you have multiple computers you want to set up with this in your lab, you can do so, and you can give them names. You can give them descriptions like this machine is used for this, etc. All of that. And high insurance. You can click this. If you click this, it must be added to the high subscription tier. I don't personally host any high subscription information on my computer, so I'm going to go ahead and just click save in this case. So it's saving, and now it says it's connected, it's setup is successful, and I'll see it running in the menu bar. So if I click exit setup, I'll go back to my desktop here, you can see us running here. So when you if we go to preferences here, we can look at a few things. When you log in, you have some preferences here, and the default is that Globus has access to, basically, if you're on Mac, your home directory or your document setting for document folder for Windows. You can add further folders or directories for Globus to access to be able to transfer data to and from. So if you are using an external drive of some sort, whether it's a thumb drive or an external hard drive, you can use the preferences here to add that in and be able to access that and transfer data to and from that. With other endpoints, So if we go here, you can see that right now this is this has my home directory as the only directory. Down here you can click deny access to hidden files. These are usually security type files, and this is a security thing, so I would leave that clicked. But if we go here to the plus, you can see it takes me into a folder finder, and if I go down here, I have a directory called ln backup. That's the backup for my computer. I can add it here so that it can be seen by Globus. So if I click it, and it's an external hard drive, so if I click it, say open, and I say writable. If you want it to be shareable, you have to click shareable here, but I only want it to be writable. So it's added there. Now, if we go back to Globus here, since we're already in, we go to the file manager, search for ln laptop, search. There's two, there's the previous one. I'll go here. I'm going to delete this particular endpoint out, and I'm going to go to this one because this is my laptop. So here it's put me in the my home directory, but if I go back to the volumes here, this is added. So if I go volumes, ln backup, you can see that there's the backups there. So this is accessible through Globus now that I've added it in. So you can add external drives of different forms to this, so that if you have your data saved on an external hard drive or you're transferring it with USB, you don't have to directly put the data onto your personal computer that you want to transfer it with. So now if I go back to just go home on this, it's not doing that. Get out of that directory. So if I go back here again, now if you've given access to something and you want to take away the access, you just use the minus, and now that access is gone. So if I go back here now and I try that, permission denied. I no longer have permission to access those volumes through Globus. So with this manner, you can add and take away where you want Globus to access data on the computer. So if you have a lab computer that you only want a particular folder to have Globus to have an access to a particular folder, that's say your data storage for transfer, you can set that up and only allow Globus to have access to that, so that your lab personnel, or you just want to ensure an extra set of security measures, you can set that up so that you only have access to the folder or the directories that you want Globus to have access to. And so then with that set up, I'll go back here. It's still gonna do that until I do the home. So go back home, and I have my laptop once again set up in Globus. That's the Globus Globus Connect Personal, and how you get it set up.